it's this togetherness that's so helpful and uplifting as well.
I am part of this community, and so is everyone in a much deeper way. Rather than just being a place to live, it's a place that we work together.
On Blakeney Hill, on the edge of the Forest of Dean, there's a strong community of people working together. It all started with a chance conversation down at Becky's.
Stood in our garden, in my garden down the bottom there. Yeah. And next to my garden, as in almost every garden on the hill, there's a piece of derelict land. And Kate said, I'd really like goats in the field next to me.
Yeah.
And we thought, well, if we've both thought that independently, how many other people on the hill have thought the same thing? And we got excited.
And we said, I'll tell you what, let's do a leaflet and we'll stick it in every door on the hill and we'll sit in my lounge on a Friday evening and see who turns up. And that night, 14 households expressed an interest.
There were 30 people at the meeting.
I was just crammed in my lounge in here, and we were just like...
We were sort of there thinking maybe one or two people would turn up.
So that was really exciting. And then, of course, you've got to do something. How do you make it happen?
But by the end of that meeting, we had a management group.
Yeah, we did.
And an incredibly strong group of people.
Yeah.
I never thought goats would have such personalities. They greet us when we come on the field and they come and nibble your ear. They're really very affectionate.
Kenny owns the land. His grandfather owned the land. It's been in the family a long time. But it's not really very practical for a farmer. It's very steeply sloping. And
he was fine with it.
He was very pleased.
He was quite happy.
Yeah. So this is Kenny's field. It was originally all one field with the paddock. So we've separated it into two. It's 2¼ acres, and this whole bit here is our wildflower meadow.
A short walk over the hill, there's a separate plot for growing vegetables.
So we can definitely take that one out because it's bolting. And I reckon we've got quite a few people here that might like a lettuce. So I reckon we could take 1, 2, 3, 4 out.
Yeah. The one problem we do have on this site is that overall the soil is not particularly rich. And this is imported topsoil that we put in here. And it has worked reasonably well.
When I look back at that first dig, it was up here and the first fork went in and it was straight into stone, and at that moment I just thought, this might not work. If it had just been me and I'd have put my fork in that first time, I'd have maybe done an hour's digging and I think I'd have given up. But because there was a group of us and we all kept each other going and something did grow, we kept going, and it's paying off, I think.
Bee-friendly perennial.
Yeah.
The group has now been running for 4 years, people joining at different times and bringing their own particular skills with them. Dill is a good carpenter.
All materials for the goats come in here, all the hay, all the straw, all the food. And in the winter this is just really muddy and slippy over the roots. In this area here I'm flattening it and decking it out with a platform. Where we can, we recycle. Most of the chicken stuff I've done at the top. At my sister's roof, they've been just doing a big renovation job and took the old roof off. So I said, don't throw the timbers away, we'll have them.
But they've started to draw comb on this one.
Richard knows about bees.
The bees are quite yellow in colour, which suggests that they're of Italian origin in part. They are mongrel bees, they're not any pure race, but there's a preponderance of Italian bees in there, which do have a reputation for being quite gentle.
We were trying to pinpoint what we get out of Blakeney Hill Growers a while ago, and really it came down to some people haven't got the space to have chickens or goats and things but have always wanted to, so it's great, or some people haven't got the time or the confidence to start because they've never done it before. And this means you've got the shared responsibility basically with lots of other people. Do you want to hold her, Eartha? It's a great way of learning how to do something without that pressure and responsibility of it all being down to you, really. And the other arm on her tummy. You got her? That's right. Yeah, got?
Yeah.
Sure?
You all pull together and just help each other out. If you feel inadequate, it doesn't matter because someone is there to say, no, do it this way, or my experience is. So you gain from that point of view as well. It's absolutely wonderful. It's like milking. When I first started milking, I thought, I'd never get any milk out of these goats. I tried one-handed and then the other. Hopeless, but gradually it comes, and then you listen to everybody else. Yes, we had the same experience, but it comes. Now I'm two-handed.
There you go. It takes a bit of practice. I'm a bit out of practice at the moment, so after a while my hands kind of start seizing up a bit. I think my mum milks about 2 days a week. And I just come sometimes and help.
People can tailor their involvement with the project according to their own needs and interests. Milking, gardening, beekeeping and so on are seen as separate parts.
We call them portions because it sort of felt like a nice word to use for. So people can pick and choose what they want to be involved with. People can just become a member and use the spaces and go and pet the goats and the chickens whenever they want and come to the social events. Or you can get involved a bit more if you're interested in bees, just do the bees. We want each portion to be self-sufficient, so the people that are involved in that portion cover the cost of running that portion. So keeping goats is quite expensive, because that's the most expensive portion. If you want to be involved in the bees, it's much less expensive. People can pick and choose. But also we have on the veggie plot, it's a sort of sliding scale. You can put in lots of work and pay very little, or you can put in no work and pay a lot, but still get a share of the harvest. So we don't want people not to get involved because of financial constraints.
It's not come from someone with an idea trying to give it to us. It's our own idea that's grown organically, depending on time, energy, land.
The produce is grown for the members, but with any excess, plant sales bring some extra income. They also have open days and school visits. Richard is building an observation beehive, which will be great to show to children.
It's a good opportunity to see actually what goes on inside a full hive.
There's always something happening. The day we were filming, a little billy goat was born. So what is it that makes this place a success?
I think you have to accept that everyone's different, and that's the strength of the group actually. That we haven't met together because we're a group of friends that then try and make something happen. We've met together because we've got a common interest, so being open to other people's ideas.